In this video, I will show you how you can clearly identify a human prison bar. First and foremost, go ahead and hit that likes button, hit the subscribe button. This is Left Side of the Brain, and let's jump right into it. Over 99% of the people that you interface on a day-to-day basis will be a human prison bar. The clearest way to know that you are surrounded by human prison bars is simple. Human prison bars do not give you any kind of information to break free from the human prison bar realm. In other words, their conversations will never touch upon anything that will help you free yourself from the human prison bar realm. Nor will their conversations point out the clear reasons why humans with souls like ourselves are in this situation where we have to walk around on eggshells. Human prison bars will never give up that type of information. So by them not having the ability to expound upon or to point out key components to what keeps the human prison bar system in operation, that's the clear signal that they themselves are human prison bars. And that's why I don't fuck with a lot of channels on YouTube when people be telling me, oh, Left Side, check this out, or check this out. I don't even check it out. Sometimes I do. Like somebody left me a video about Tupac, who did a song, and the other day somebody left me a video. But if it's not anything relating to the human prison bar information, it's a waste of time. Just like conversing with these dead people is a waste of time. And that's the clearest way you can identify an HPB. Because an HPB will give you no information of how to free yourself. Now, they'll talk about a lot of stuff, beating around the bush. They'll talk about the Illuminati agenda. They'll talk about some of everything, but they will never get down to it. They won't outline the key points like we do on this channel when I did the video, the 6 laws that governs the human prison bar realm. They won't point out what a human prison bar is in the first place. They don't have the ability to do it. So therefore, you have to look at them like a HPB. Number 2, another way you can identify a human prison bar is because they don't attract to this type of information. Like yourself, you subscribe to the channel, you come back to watch the videos, so it's something in you that's confirming the truth that I'm speaking. Or the truth that I'm speaking is confirming something that you knew inside of yourself, that you always probably knew, but you never put it together in these exact words or whatever. But when you heard it, it just struck something that was on the inside of you that was lying dormant. You get what I'm saying? So that's another way you can tell a human prison bar. They don't attract to information like this. If you find yourself always being interested in this type of information, then guess what? 9 times out of 10, you have a soul. Human prison bars, they don't come to the Left Side of the Brain channel. This information will avoid them their entire life because they not right. It's simple as that. Like before I started recording this video, I was looking at a group of people. They was walking by, and I said to myself, I was trying to imagine how their conscience operates. I was saying to myself, here I am, I'm walking around looking at them, studying them, examining them, looking at the way they operate so I can add it into my already compiling HPB information just by doing, you know how I say become an observer? I just observe people. And then I said to myself, on the other hand, they are not doing that. They're just walking around. So I was saying to myself, I was trying to place my conscious into their world. As impossible as that is, I was still trying to do it. Just to see what it would be like to walk around dead like them. Then it came to me that it would be like when you sleep on your arm and then it's numb and it's like you can't feel it. You ever did that? When your arm falls asleep and it feels like needles sticking in it. I said that's how they must feel. They feel like a dead, sleeping arm or leg or something. They don't have any type of response to life. This type of information. That's what I call life. Because anything outside of this is death. That's what I call it. Only thing they absorb all throughout the day is death. They don't have no real information. They walk around like stick people, zombies. They in the way. When you see these HPB males and females, you got to start looking at them like basically dicks and vaginas, because that's all they do. Their only purpose is to fuck and have babies that will replace one of us when we die or when we leave this world. You see? So I just look at these men and women as sexual counterparts to each other. That's their only purpose. Other than that, they not providing us with no food for thought. They're not giving us no spiritual growth or helping us see the spiritual side of things. They're not doing that. So what good are they? They just in the way. They just in the way. When we around them, we don't have nothing to speak to them about. When they around us, they don't have nothing to talk to us about. So when the two come together, it's like a dead silence in the room. Because we on another level, they on a different level. And the two spirits, they don't attract each other. They repel each other. But what's weird about it, they repel us, but at the same time, they want to keep us around. And that speaks to what we always say, the HPB realm is parasitical in nature. On one hand, it's like they don't want to fuck with us, but on the other hand, they need us to exist because they suck off of our life force energy. They need someone to enslave, in other words. Like I said in the other video about the only reason why someone evil would want to treat Corona is because if everybody die, they won't have nobody to enslave. They won't have anybody to boost their ego system. You see, they need someone to constantly make them feel relevant. And somebody who is egotistical, he needs somebody to compliment him. He needs somebody to enslave. He needs a world where you have a rich class, a poor class, and a middle class, so he can feel like he's at the top and everybody else is beneath me. So I must be rich and extravagant. I'm better than them. You see? They need that type of self-assurance from us. They need it from us. We give them life. They don't give us life. So these are ways you can identify human prison bars. Another way you can identify human prison bars when you having conversations with people and you giving them clear, concise examples, and you know within yourself that what you're saying can be proven by nature itself. You can prove it with mathematics. You can show them countless evidence, but they still have some argument against it. And then they start getting irrational and illogical in their arguments and explanations of things. And when you see a person constantly doing this over and over and over, you are dealing with an HPB. You are dealing with an HPB. Another way you know that you're dealing with an HPB, you know how we say things like, it's no time to be saving people, preserve yourself. An HPB will say, or better yet, one of these charlatans you might hear on YouTube, they may tell you, oh, well, we got to be a light to the world and go out and save everybody and this and that. They fake, because they got you out here wasting your energy instead of preserving your energy. And that's what you call an HPB in sheep clothing. Or other words, a wolf in sheep clothing. They come disguised like they got the truth and this and that. But in reality, they telling you a bunch of things that will have you expending and wasting your energy in a way that's not beneficial for you. You see what I'm saying? It's not benefiting you, wasting your energy. No. We're not here for that. We here to get the lesson and get the hell out of Dodge. Simple as that. When you get this information, this is supposed to lessen the amount of you trying to be accepted by other people. That's the whole purpose of this. See, when you don't have higher knowledge, you will seek to fill that void of not having higher knowledge by being accepted by them, what we call trivial humans establishing mayhem. It's an acronym. So that's what you got to understand. And look, little old me, left side of the brain, sitting on some steps, explaining this stuff. It just shows you how much of a minority we are in this world. You getting it from left side of the brain. Little old me, left side of the brain. Out of all these channels on YouTube, it's coming from the left side of the brain channel. That in itself is self-evident to how much of a minority we are in this HPB realm. But at the same time, it's good, because I like being different. Because when you are different, that's what a treasure is. A treasure is something that's rare. Like an antique is worth a lot of money because not too much of it exists. It's hard to get your hands on. I don't know how many of you collect baseball cards, or when I was a kid, I did like comic books and baseball cards and stuff. And then you'll have that rare baseball card, right? Maybe it was a Babe Ruth that had his signature on it. It's worth so much money because it's rare. That's you. That's me. So it's good to be an outcast. It's good to be a rarity because it increases your value. It increases your value. So the HPBs, they trying to get value in other people and chasing behind other people, but not knowing that by being like everything else and everybody else, you decrease your value. By being an oddball, you increase your value. You see? So we are worth more than them. Don't ever think because you got arm, leg, arm, and head, you just like everybody else. What did we tell you about that? Don't fall for the illusion of same. If you didn't go see that video, if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it. Because these HPBs and these charlatans, for those who don't know, a charlatan is a fake spiritual person who pretends like they real, but they fake. So these HPBs and these charlatans out here, they'll have you believing that, oh, everybody's the same because we all bleed red. What that got to do with you got a different soul than these people? Oh, we all bleed red, and I put my leg in my pants leg just like you do. When I'm thirsty, I gotta drink water just like you do. See, people who regard that type of thinking, they have fell for the illusion of same. The illusion of same is set in place in the HPB realm to make you second guess who you are. Because you'll be thinking a certain way, and then you'll be like, hold up, I'm crazy. I'm not different. These people are not human prison bars. They just like me. See, they shopping just like me. He's picking his kid up from daycare just like me. He's at the drive-through window just like me. I'm tripping. Left side of the brain, you tripping, man. This dude's smoking weed or something. That's what the illusion of same will have you doing. So it'll have you second guessing and doubting your spirit when it's speaking to you. You see? So you can't doubt yourself, and you can't let these minuscule people make you feel like what we say on this channel is not true. We got to stay grounded in the information. And another thing, we got to go back. Like the old channel, we got to start going back to the basics. We got to start splashing cold water on our face when we wake up in the morning. We go out our front door and tell ourselves we dealing with these animals in human form, just like left side of the brain said. So when you feel yourself getting irate with people and stuff, say to yourself, do this person know HPB information? Look at the person that's making you mad and say to yourself, why am I letting this fool, this animal human make me mad? Let me get away from this person before I be called a charge. Before I end up hitting this person in the head or punching him in the face. Let me get away. I have to do that a lot, people. I'm telling you, I got to step away from people a lot of times before I end up catching a felony. Because these people will make you do that. Because they only respect violence and manipulation. Like we say, this world is controlled by violence and manipulation. So that's why these people, see, when you don't splash cold water on your face, you get around these people and they'll be driving you crazy. It's because you're forgetting who they are. And you have fell for the illusion of sane, thinking that because you are a sane person, that they understand sanity and logic and rationale thinking like you do, forgetting that they are animals in human form. They don't even understand rationale and logic. They don't have that. So you got to remind yourself, this world that you're living in, you're surrounded by human prison bars. Yes, they look like humans, but they are not human because they don't have a soul. The definition of a human is one who has a soul, not animals. So I want y'all to think about that, man, because I have got myself in a lot of situations I wish I wouldn't have gotten in, and it's because I overestimate these people. You know how they say don't underestimate somebody? We give them too much credit, and it always ends up smacking us in the face by giving them too much credit. And we need to stop doing that. And that goes for myself. And that's why I'm doing this video, because I was thinking about that to myself. Like, you know what? I got to get back on that old stuff, the basics. When I walk out my house every day, that goes for when you're dealing with people on your job. If you're talking to a girl, don't take it serious. If you're just trying to have sex, keep that in your mind. when you're dealing with these people, keep that stuff in your mind. Keep it in your mind. Keep it in your mind that you're dealing with demons, man. Humans in animal form. Keep it in your mind, and the world will be so much, your path will be so much clearer. That's what I do. I see all of these people like orange cones. You know when you're driving down the street and they put those orange cones up? I see them as the orange cones that I have to weave in and out of to avoid a collision. You know what I'm saying? The new policy is less words. Less words as possible, man, because they don't get us, man. They don't. Hope y'all got something out of this. I did. I really enjoyed this video. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section. You know, I'm on a roll today, you know. This is the second one I'm uploading today. Let me know what y'all think. Add us on Instagram at Left Side of the Brain 2. I probably got a bunch of inboxes I need to check on that Instagram anyway. Support the channel, www.patreon.com/Left Side of the Brain. And book will be completed this April. Everything is going good. So, yeah, we good over here. So until we do it again, Left Side of the Brain signing out. Jaguars up, Jaguars out.